Hi everyone. We are going to continue Call of the Sea because I was very much enjoying the game. I thought it was really interesting with all the puzzles and everything. So we're going to pick this back up. And if I remember correctly, we were on an island researching her missing husband, and um, he was searching for a cure to her disease, which is causing spots on her hands. And one of the people of his expeditions got blasted with some kind of a black ooze and started causing the same spots on him before he went mad. And I don't remember too much else. So hopefully after the loading screen we can go back, because I know she keeps records in a journal of everything that happened. So if this ever loads. This is taking a long time to load. But I definitely am enjoying this game, and I like the art style in it. It's very pretty, and I like the whole like sort of comic book feel for like the pictures and like in between loading screens and stuff like that. And I remember we had like some kind of a dream or something where we went through the ocean and wound up on a different beach from where we started by the wreck of her husband's ship, I think it was. Here we go. I'm getting sound. Getting sound, just not as game. There we go. Yeah. Really bad wreck. And I can't go anywhere else, so guess we're gonna head to the wreck. How do I get into... Here we go. Back to the log. Okay, so yeah, her husband went off on an expedition trying to find an answer to her illness and went to Tahiti. She got some mysterious items in the mail, so she followed them and followed her husband's trail until she found where he went, and then she got a crew to take her to the island that she was hoping to get to, that she had found out her husband went to. And she gets there and finds that there are like statues and stuff that are similar to like the Tahitian culture, but also found like mechanical doors and bridges and stuff like that that don't really fit. And she found where her husband's expedition had stayed. One of the expedition members had died, apparently blowing up a door. And then the doctor got splashed with the black ooze, started getting the dots, the spots on his hand like she has. And she was able to go down and find all kinds of stuff on the walls. And okay. Harry tried to replicate the well ritual by tweaking his strange optical device, staining the lens with the black ooze. I don't think he ever achieved it, but I have. What I saw through that lens left me speechless. I get the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. I lost consciousness inside that well and got covered in black ooze, but I didn't drown. Instead, I had the strangest dream. I mean, it was a dream, wasn't it? Or a vision, maybe? I'm still not sure. I couldn't control my own body. I jumped off a cliff and dived into the sea. I woke up in the dead of the night on a black beach, but I can't remember how I got here. I've just got fuzzy memories, like a dream. Okay, we solved this puzzle. All of that got solved. Okay, so each thing here is done. So now we're going to continue on. There we go. And we are on a black beach with a very big wreck. Anything in here?
That ship, torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to him?
I mean, this game specifically in and of itself doesn't say that it is Lovecraftian that I could see, unless I just totally missed it. But people have mentioned in like the comments that it was very Lovecraftian, so it's up here. Maybe it was, I don't know, could have been Dagon. Isn't he a sea god?
I wonder what else could be seen beyond these shores. Ropes are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
Like that. Oof, there is all kinds of stuff on this beach, isn't there? I don't want to go in there yet. Oh, that's the anchor. Whew. Really did get flung far up on the beach, didn't it?
I'm terrified. I've always been afraid of storms, but something or someone seems to be moving there on the reefs. Or is it just my imagination?
That's the lifeboat that's attached. Big ass door over there, it looks like. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's finish exploring this and then we will go into the ship. Look at those claw marks. Because that's what that looks like, is claw marks. We'll get back to that. Okay.
Looks like they took items from the stranded ship. It's too dark to see anything inside the tents. I should find a way to turn these lights on. He's repairing...
Oops.
He's repairing my old attack. What attack?
Frank trying to repair Harry's music box just before the attack.
What happened on this ship? This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing? Floating rocks?
Doctor seems to be whispering to some rocks. Are they floating?
Those footprints definitely do not look human. My God, look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me?
It took the 4 of us to subdue him. Where did he get that strength?
I believe Harry visited this exposition when he was looking for answers for my illness.
Newburyport Tiara exhibition coming to Boston by C.D. Ward. That's an interesting tiara. Cults and Rituals, an interview with Inspector John Raymond LaGrasse by C.D. Ward.
Goodness me, what a collection of happy news.
Strange incident in Massachusetts. The Gardner family vanishes from their Arkham farm by C.D. Ward.
Oh my.
Robert Sudam and his wife found dead at high seas by C.D. Ward. Ward and Blake News Agency.
Photographic film. Someone here had a green thumb. Portable typewriter. A pulp magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth stories. A pulp magazine. I love Chandra. Never heard of this Eric Zan fella.
Okay.
The expedition only has 5 members now.
It's probably just the way my graphics are set so that my computer doesn't crash. It takes a while to get the actual pictures to show the way they should.
That is a door now.
Oh, what is this?
The menu is rather limited here. Hey, this sailor is a dead ringer for my grandpa Isaiah.
Sure. Alright, you know what? I believe we're going to have to find light in here rather than constantly exploring all of the
My God.
dark tents.
The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
But we still have light in here. Up we go.
This place gives me the creeps.
Okay, cables come up here.
I can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains. No power.
Looks like we're gonna have to go that way. But what is this way?
That voice. Is that Harry? No, just a recording. The ship was whaling not far from here.
Pacific Ocean, Tahiti, Wales.
Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
Wired up your message to the radio like you asked, Mr. Everhart. I'll keep broadcasting as long as the ship's got fuel. It'll keep broadcasting as long as the ship's got fuel. God help us, Frank.
What were you looking for in the heart of the island?
I was thinking this expedition had failed and was worried about how we'd get back home, but then I found those stairs that led me to the giant stone organ. There might be another way to get to the very heart of the island. Oops. In any case, there's nothing we can do until someone hears our distress call.
Maybe the legend is more real than it seems.
On the island of Ponape, there's a city called Nanmadol that's composed entirely of large basalt structures. Legend has it the city was built with floating stones moved by black magic.
The black ooze's properties are perplexing.
Black ooze test changes consistency, levitates when exposed to different vibration frequencies.
And I was completely covered in that black goo. I wonder what it'll do to me.
Everything on this rotten island has something to do with that damn black ooze in one way or another. Even Dr. DeWitt's irrational behavior seems to be related to his getting exposed to that awful liquid.
These knobs must control the vibrations inside this chamber. I'm not good at these kind of puzzles.
There we go.
I better write down those numbers in my journal.
Sure.
Apparently, Harry's expedition waited for a long time to be rescued. Did they give up hope?
All right. Nothing there. Whew. All right. Let's see if we can get some power going.
Dead as a doornail. Damn it.
Okay.
I'll try again.
I assume these have to be done in a specific order? Yes.
Oh, green. Now, what exactly did I turn on?
Alright, let's go turn on the power all the way to the camp.
Only God knows how long I've been covered in this black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although I doubt anything could be worse than my illness.
Okay, we turn on this.
At last, some light. That should make things easier.
Alright, let's see if I missed anything in here.
So, is this recording? Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
Hey, Whit, where have you been this whole time?
Oh my god. He's got a knife.
Get off! Lunatic! Hold him! Hold him for Christ's sake! Call J.R. Rowan, quick!
That must have been when it took 4 of them to hold him down. Okay, nothing else going on in here. I looked at all those pictures.
I don't know if someone in the expedition was a cook, but I really hope they didn't rely on Harry for it. When he lived in the dormitory, he only ate out of tomato soup and corn cans. I've never seen anybody with such poor nourishment.
Okay, anything in here I missed?
The menu is rather limited here.
We'll get that in a minute. Zip through here.
Discarded clothing. It hasn't been worn in a long time. A handkerchief with the letters EDW embroidered on it. It's stained with blood and black ooze. White fedora. It's really dirty. dear. This dock was a certifiable room.
Yesterday the stones danced with my song. My song, Mijin Levi Leje. Everything is tuned in this place. There is a treasure in Shat Goklarlu Rula Nuli Faf Agel. Sure.
These medical tools are hair-raising. The doctor was certainly well supplied with all kinds of substances. I'm glad you stayed by his side, whoever you are.
Frank, I understand what you are saying, but we can't leave Harry here alone. I know you must be thinking I'm only interested in a scoop, but what would you do if it were your wife who was sick? Would you let her die? I'm staying here to the end. See. Oh, wrong thing. Let me get closer to this one.
Looks like Frank wanted to leave, but I don't know if Harry ever read this letter.
Miss Ward, our lives are in grave danger on this island. Look what happened to Mr. DeWitt. The man is going completely bananas. I really think we should get off this island as soon as possible. Mr. Everhart was determined to leave until he found that organ thing. Do I have your support to try to convince him?
These two fellows seem to get along pretty well.
Frank and Teahoroa singing while working in the workshop. Oh, that's the Tahitian that came with them, right? And all of that light goes that way. So I want to come over here first. See if I missed anything over here where the stuff is lit up. This doesn't make a whole lot of
Ropes
sense.
are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
Not really much else to do with this. Okay, let's hit that box and keep following the cords. Wait, what's this way? What? What?
Some kind of improvised workshop.
Yeah, things aren't loading for me. Okay, so should I come up here? Let's go and inspect the rest of that first. I don't know which way to go. You follow the electrical lights. Okay, so now I have two staircases. that wind that I'm hearing? Right? That son of a bitch DeWitt stabbed Frank. Luckily, it was just a flesh wound. It's a good thing they held me back, or I would have really plugged that. Not sure what that one's supposed to be with 6 others.
I've
Asshole
never seen
nutcase?
Harry so angry.
Like the rabid dog that... Jesus, what am I saying? What does that say? Let's finish looking at this stuff, and then we will go to... Nothing over here.
Wow, look at the size of these stones.
South Pacific Expeditions megalithic basalt stones. Vibrations for numbers. Okay, we'll get back to that too.
A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something.
It's floating there too. Tide levels, measurements, Harry Everhart.
You always did have a good ear, Harry.
I've been studying this structure for the last few days. The tones it emits change consistently with the tides.
How can someone build something like this out of stone?
Huge stone pipe organ. Section C, basalt structure. Waves push air through carved stone tubes. Oops, wrong button.
Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon.
New moon, full moon. Okay. Alright, what else do we have here?
It might need to be turned on. I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal.
Okay. Filling diamonds. Symbols. What? Sure. Okay. Those are some interesting images there. Okay, let's go all the way back to the beginning. And now we play with this.
What kind of doodad is this?
She was writing, so I wanted to make sure she got all of the, Oh, they're hurts. Okay. Hi, Crystal. How are you today? Okay, 262 hertz is a C. 349 is F 415 A flat. C F A flat. I'm probably not hurting as badly as you are, but my back is bothering me a lot. Oops.
It's well tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal.
Okay. Did I read this?
These symbols are linked to the piano keys.
Okay. Probably gonna need that later. It is what it is. I'm getting old. And I like to be stubborn, and I push myself more than I probably should. Okay. Oh, thank you for the resub, Crystal. Make sure you're stretching. There you go. There's a good stretch. Which did help some. Okay, now my question is, should I go this way? Or should I go, there was another area to the side of the ship over here that looked like there was a place to climb up to. Oh, I don't know. But this way, I think, is going to do more with all of the music notes and all of that. So I kind of want to see what's over here first. I'm going back and forth a lot. Well, that took a while to come in, didn't it? Hey, it finally loaded in. Alright, what do we got over here?
This must be the highest part of the island. And that diamond shape again. How striking.
No worries. I'll figure it out eventually. You know me. I love puzzles.
You made it work, Harry. Now it's my turn.
Good morning, crew. Sorry for the... I can never pronounce that word. Reveille this morning? I didn't expect to wake all of you up with the noise from that awful organ. The good news is that the organ revealed the entrance to a temple. The bad news is that the temple is on the mountaintop, so I hope you're all in the mood for a good hike. All joking aside, if the temple has the answer that I'm looking for, we can finally leave this damn island and go home. Thank you all for sticking with me. Okay, so probably gonna have to go back to that cave and explore in there, since that's the organ. So that way I can come back here and go into the temple. On your phone, so the text in game is super tiny. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully me reading it helps. And of course, take your time, do what you gotta do.
So this is the reason the ship was scavenged.
Frank, if we want to enter the temple on the mountaintop, we'll have to reproduce the effects of the organ somehow. I know we weren't planning on this, but we'll have to build a machine with whatever we can lay our hands on from the Lady Shannon. Do you think we can do that, Harry?
What kind of machine were you building? What kind of machine were you building? Blowtorch. Looks like it's been used a lot. Harry isn't usually very chummy, but he really seems to like Frank.
Frank, great idea. We'll move the materials we need to the summit so we can set up camp there. Just another thing, please stop calling me Mr. Everhart. Call me Harry, as all my friends do. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to, I think, finish Yeah, there's light up over there. Plus there's that thing. Alright, back we go again. Because I can't make up my mind. But we'll finish exploring in here first. Was probably what was intended anyway. I just have this tendency to explore everything before I really go searching into details. There's that up there. There's whatever that is out there. Alright.
It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around.
Okay, what do we got up here?
What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
Okay. This way. Can I go any further up? There we go. Got stuck for a moment.
Sometimes I still doubt whether this isn't just some ghastly dream.
Okay, can't seem to do anything else. There's stairs over there, but I can't get to them. And that just stops. It's not like a doorway or anything. And I can't, it won't let me go in the water, so. Okay, all the way back we go. What does she have? She's got the moon thing, she's got the Hertz charts. Log. Looks like you're missing some stuff. Okay. Enormous shipwreck casts a shadow over the black sand on this beach. Looks like its lights are shining through the cracks in its hull. Terrible storm is approaching. Out in the reefs, the lightning seems to reveal some strange figures. This is the product of my imagination. Dr. DeWitt's mind was getting worse, and he tried to stab Frank. Doctor seemed to be possessed with something that gave him incredible strength. Rest of the expedition had to subdue him and tie him to a pole. Welcome back, Crystal. After several days of descending further into madness, the doctor disappeared in the dead of night. His restraints were torn apart, and there were strange footprints in the sand nearby. The ship has several colossal gashes along its side, unusual in shape. It should have sunk into the ocean outright. How did it end up ashore? Thought I heard Harry's voice, but it turned out to be a call for help that he left broadcasting from the ship. Wonder if anyone has responded. The ship is completely abandoned. What happened to its crew? Members of the expedition used whatever they could find inside the breach ship to build another campsite on this black lava beach. Here I discovered the black gunk might have different applications. The ooze reacts to different sound frequencies, and some can even make it float in the air. Do the inhabitants of the island know that too? Gonna be lurking on and off watching a show with your mom. Okay, not a problem, Crystal. I appreciate you hanging out, and thank you for the lurk. Harry found another unknown structure built by a previous civilization. He keeps searching for answers even as they wait for help to arrive. The tidal organ emits musical tones when the water pushes air through its tubes. Hey, Jester, how are you? Harry managed to activate the organ, which revealed something at the top of the mountain, another temple maybe, and he intended to build some sort of machine up there. Okay, I'm missing, like, a good section here. I wonder, because I was looking at stuff before the lights came on, I wonder if that's why it wasn't I mean, nothing else is popping up. Well, I guess we're just gonna keep exploring and see what happens. Did I totally miss the footprints over there, or are the footprints gone by now? Nope, they're gone by now. No more footprints. How's your day off going so far? It's going pretty well. Did some adulting. Taxes came, and everything is not loaded again. God damn it. I got my taxes back, and we went out to buy a few things that we needed for the house. A stove, new stove, because our stove is starting to die. Some of the burners aren't working right. And then we got a new microwave, because we had a little, like, 700 watt microwave for 2 years since we first moved in. Just sort of waiting for it to be able to get something better. But it's worked well, but now we have something better. And, oh, and I got a new little mini deep freezer because I want one. And it was on sale. So, okay, I don't like that everything is, like, not loaded
When I
in.
get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child, but I always thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense.
The hell is that? It's not helping when things don't load in. That is a very bright light. Can you please, you had everything loaded in. Can you please load everything in? And look at those claw marks. Holy crap. Yeah, it was. Okay, if I walk back over this way, will it load in? Oh, now nothing's loaded in. Jesus Christ. Everything's floating. I don't even have stairs here anymore. Game, could you please, you know, actually do what you're supposed to do? I would love for things to be loaded in. Okay, you know what? We're gonna save real quick. Okay. Why do you think it? Oh, other way around. Gotcha. 3-7. Sure. Let's just save here, just in case. Go back. We're gonna reload the game as a whole. Exit to main. And maybe we can actually get things to load in the way they're supposed to. Would be nice. Makes it difficult to solve puzzles when I can't see the entire game. So what are you doing today, Jester? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? This is not productive. I'm running into things and I don't even know what I'm running into.
I wonder what else could be seen beyond these shores.
Apparently everything, because the shores don't exist. All I can see are the things I can interact with and a few occasional, like, lights and stuff. Nope, still nothing. Alright. Let's load this because this was a little earlier. Fingers crossed. Played some of that one card game you found, Balatro, and a few boring chores, otherwise just relaxing before work tomorrow. I understand that. How is Balatro? I've heard of it, but I'm generally not a fan of like the card game video games.
What odd structure. Doesn't look like a building, though.
Okay, well, I have some of the stuff again. So here's hoping that the world stays loaded. Nice, good. I was able to go up here last time. There we go.
Sometimes I still doubt whether this isn't just some ghastly dream.
Roguelike poker games. It depends if you like roguelike. Personally love it, but I know it's a niche genre. I'm really picky. I generally don't like things that I can't save, more because I don't often have the time to sit and do like a big run playthrough. And this stuff isn't loaded again. But it was loaded before. The heck? I'm outside the tent. I looked at all this before.
What kind of machine were you building?
I would like very much to go explore what's going on here, but I can't see anything. Could you load shit for me, please? Would be nice. Cause I don't know what's going on. Totally get that probably not for you, but still a great game in general. I might look into it at some point, but I tend to prefer puzzle games and, you know, horror games and simulation and RPG. I've been obsessed with supermarket simulation lately. And now nothing's loaded again. For hell! Can I go back in the ship? Half the stuff in the ship isn't seen now. Alright, we are going to quit the game real quick. And we are going to reload the game. And hope that just completely reloading the game is going to fix this issue with the game loading in. Love technical difficulties. Oh, and you auto-saved after. I haven't been very far in chapter 3. So if this autosave doesn't work, we're just gonna load chapter 3 as a whole and start it over. Because we aren't that far into it. No? Okay. Still nothing. I'm missing some journal entries. I just got an achievement. Play it again, Nora. You have replayed a level. Well, if everything would actually load properly, I wouldn't have to replay the level.
What happened? Oh, how did I get to this beach? Oh, I have a terrible headache.
Okay. Chapter 3, Vanishing of the Lady Shannon.
That ship, torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to it? I'm terrified. I've always been afraid of storms, but something or someone seems to be moving there on the reefs. Or is it just my imagination? My God. The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
Alright, we're gonna be quick. Get through, get as much of the, come on. Journal entries again as we can.
This place gives me the creeps.
And hopefully everything will load in properly this time.
I can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains. That voice. Is that Harry? No, just a recording.
Unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island.
The ship was
Pacific
whaling not
Ocean,
far from here.
Tahiti, Wales. You know, eventually it'll load up the pictures.
74 nautical miles.
Ooh, I missed this before.
Even the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it.
Unaccounted for. 5 of
June 30th, 1934, 8:25 a.m. We delivered the 6 members of the Everhart expedition to the island without incident. We'll come back to pick them up again in 3 weeks, if there's anything left to pick up by then. 12:40 p.m. Left the island after lunch. No incidents. July 1st, 1934, 6 a.m. The area nearby seems adequate for whaling. We might get a good catch.
5 of us have survived.
This is the captain's last entry.
Send help immediately.
July 14th, 1934, 10:25 a.m. Good weather and clear sailing until a surprise undercurrent took the ship. I haven't seen the sea that rough in years. 17:25 p.m. First mate swears he saw a huge sea creature near our hull shortly afterwards. Definitely not a whale.
5 of us have survived.
July to December.
Stranded on this island.
Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
I wired up your message to the radio. Excuse me, to the radio like you asked, Mr. Everhart. It'll keep broadcasting as long as the ship's got fuel. God help us, Frank.
The Lady Shannon has run aground.
What were you looking for in the heart of the island?
I was thinking this expedition had failed and was worried about how we'd get back home, but then I found those stairs that led me to the giant stone organ. Might be another way to get to the very heart of the island. In any case, there's nothing we can do until someone hears our distress call.
Maybe the legend is more real than it seems.
On the island of Panape, there's a city called Nan Madol that's composed entirely of large basalt structures. Legend has it the city was built with floating stones moved by black magic.
Black ooze's properties are perplexing.
Black ooze test changes consistency / levitates when exposed to different vibration frequencies.
And I was completely covered in that black goo. I wonder what it'll do to me.
Everything on this rotten island, it has something to do with that damn black ooze in one way or another. Even Dr. DeWitt's irrational behavior seems to be related to his getting exposed to that awful liquid.
74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew.
Okay, let's get this stuff again.
5 of us.
These knobs must control the vibrations inside this chamber.
Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run
That was
aground.
better.
I'd better write down those numbers in my journal.
Unaccounted for. 5 of us
Alright, let's go turn on the power.
but we're stranded on this island. Please send help.
Okay. This one.
All green. Now, what exactly did I turn on? Only God knows how long I've been covered in this black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although I doubt anything could be worse than my illness. life's easier. Ropes are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
Okay, we're gonna go through everything again.
Looks like they took items from a stranded ship. Never heard of this Eric Zan fella. A Pope magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth's stories. A portable typewriter. Someone here had a green thumb. He's repairing my old music box. Attack? What attack?
Frank trying to repair Harry's music box just before the attack.
What happened on this ship? Photographic film.
Transparent film, cartridge 12. C.D. Ward, Cassandra D. Ward. Cults and Rituals. An interview with Inspector John Raymond Legrasse by C.D. Ward.
Oh my.
Robert Sudum and his wife found dead at high seas by C.D. Ward.
Goodness
Strange
me, what a
incident in
collection of happy
Massachusetts.
news.
The Gardner family vanishes from their Arkham farm by C.D. Ward.
I believe Harry visited this exposition when he was looking for answers for my illness.
Newburyport Tiara exhibition coming to Boston by C.D. Ward.
This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing?
Can't even tell.
Floating rocks?
Doctor seems to be whispering to some rocks. Are they floating?
Those footprints definitely do not look human. My God, look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me?
It took the 4 of us to subdue him. Where did he get that strength?
So, is this recording?
Mm-hmm.
Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it. Twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
You're lit. Where have you been this whole time?
Oh my god. He's got a knife.
Get off! Hold him! Hold him for Christ's sake! Call the Aroa, quick!
Okay.
The expedition only has 5 members now.
Back through
Menu
everything
was
just
rather
in
limited
case.
here. Hey, this sailor is a dead ringer for my grandpa Isaiah.
Innsmouth fishermen, sardines.
Discarded clothing. It hasn't been worn in a long time. A handkerchief with the letters EDW embroidered on it. It's stained with blood and black ooze. A white fedora. It's really dirty. idea. This dock was a certifiable loon.
Yes, with the stones dance with my song. Everything is tuned in this place. There's treasure, lots of weird language. Sword or dagger. Those are the eyeball things that we solved the puzzle for before.
The doctor was certainly well supplied with all kinds of substances. These medical tools are hair-raising. Looks like Frank wanted to leave, but I don't know if Harry ever read this letter.
Miss Ward, our lives are in grave danger on this island. Look what happened to Dr. DeWitt. The man is going completely bananas. I really think we should get off this island as soon as possible. Mr. Everhart was determined to leave until he found that organ thing. Do I have your support to try to convince him, Frank?
I'm glad you stayed by his side, whoever you are.
Frank, I understand what you're saying, but we can't leave Harry here alone. I know you must be thinking I'm only interested in the scoop, but what would you do if it were your wife who was sick? Would you let her die? I'm staying here to the end. C.
These two fellows seem to get along pretty well.
Frank and Teahara singing while working in the workshop. Okay, let's go in here. Can I come up here first and then still see everything? I'm not sure what made everything disappear.
Sometimes I still doubt whether this isn't just some ghastly dream. It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around. What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
Well, that at least is showing you
Odd
more
structure.
detail.
It doesn't look like a building, though.
Surprised there's nothing about this stone piece right here.
You always did have a good ear, Harry.
When studying the structure for the last few days, the tones it emits change consistently with the tides.
How can someone build
Huge
something like
stone
this out
pipe
of
organ.
stone?
Section C, basalt structure. Waves push air through carved stone tubes.
Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon.
Son of a bitch, DeWitt stabbed Frank like it was just a flesh wound. It's a good thing they held him back. I would have plugged that nutcase like a rabid dog. That, what, Jesus, what am I saying?
I've never seen Harry so angry. A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something.
Tied up the
I hope
measurements.
you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal.
person jumps into the black ooze and becomes this creature, maybe? I don't know. All the way back so that we can have the symbols. Back to
What
this.
doodad is this?
Okay, well, I didn't add anything into it. Still missing some stuff.
It's well tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal.
Okay, let's go to the other side of the ship and hope everything is loaded in this time. Keep your fingers crossed. God damn it. Why does this stuff not load in?
There are only 4 chairs around the campfire. I don't know if someone in the expedition was a cook, but I really hope they didn't rely on Harry for it. When he lived in the dormitory, he only ate out of tomato soup and corn cans. I've never seen anybody with such poor nourishment.
Well, I didn't get the writing indication as I was playing the piano like I did the first time. I'd love to actually have stuff loaded in though. Please.
What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
Like, it was loaded in at one point and now it doesn't want to load this entire side anymore. And I don't know what to do, because if I can't see what's going on, this is kind of useless. And I had this issue once before in another chapter, but after I like walked around for a bit, it just loaded in and it was good. But I feel like I shouldn't be seeing as much of this as I am seeing.
Some kind of improvised workshop.
Yeah, it's improvised, alright.
This must be the highest part of the island. And that diamond shape again. How striking.
And now you don't want to load
You
stuff.
made it work, Harry. Now it's my turn. So this is the reason the ship was scavenged. What kind of machine were you building? Blowtorch. Looks like it's been used. Harry isn't usually very chummy, but he really...
Okay. And now everything's missing again. God. Okay, so if I just start this and then immediately go around the side of the boat, will I have everything loaded in? Because this is getting frustrating because I can't do anything.
What happened? Oh, how did I get to this beach?
Okay, you have all of this information already. Your log is filled in, so we're good there.
Oh, I have a terrible headache. That ship, torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to it?
We're gonna ignore the lights for now.
Looks like they took items from a stranded ship.
Please, 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 God damn it. Why won't this load? I don't know why this won't load. Because I wasn't having any issues with this previously. You're also not loading in, and that's annoying me. Just let me go put the lights on real
My
quick.
God. The ship's hull was ripped open.
Oh, there's
A
parts
few
missing
jagged
from in here
rocks
too.
couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
I don't understand why this game doesn't want to load things up. And it's very frustrating because I can't get through the game and I can't solve the puzzles if I can't see what's going on. So I apologize that y'all get to watch things not load constantly. and we're not making any progress. And I don't know where the autosave is going to put me, if it started with the new chapter or what. Yeah, it started with the new chapter.
That ship, torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to it? Looks like they took items from the stranded ship.
Okay, well, nothing is loading, so we're gonna call this quits for today, on this game anyway. And we are going to switch to a different game. I do apologize about that, guys. But I'm gonna put up my Be Right Back screen, and I'll flip to a different game. Probably do some Lemon Cake because I do know I need to finish that. So we'll play that for a little bit, and I guess we'll come back to this game on a different day because this is very frustrating. I might have to play a little bit offline just to see if I can figure out what's going on with the not loading. But I don't know. I'll look it up and see if other people are having issues and how it was fixed and all of that. So, but we'll get there. But we'll be right back for just a moment. Get up, stretch, get something to drink. I'm going to do the same myself and then load up for a new game. So I will see you guys in a few.